Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm starting a new video series that I'm calling How Many Shares? This is going to be more so a dividend focused playlist where I'm talking about how many shares you would need of specific stocks to pay for certain payments that I honestly have to pay for every month. Like today we're talking about my car payment. I have all of this calculated out. I've done it on multiple dividend calculators just to double check my own work, but I thought this would be interesting to show how dividends can actually play a really big role in your life. Once you save up that money, they can take full expenses out. So $500 a month, that doesn't seem like an insane amount, especially if you're working full time. But when you look at how much money that puts in your bank account at the end of the year and what it can cover, it's pretty phenomenal. So we're talking about JEPI today. I love JEPI. Currently, it won't show it on here, but it's yielding about 11.09% yield. Paid out $6.25 a share in 2022. Impressive yield, of course. The thing with JEPI is the share price has been interesting. I actually haven't looked at the share price in a while, so it is up 11% in the last couple of months since that drop in September. That's actually impressive. Typically, JEPI does not move that much. These covered call ETFs usually don't. I did see a report the other day that said JEPI has some of the most money going into it in the market when you're looking at people who are buying right now, which is, I think, really interesting. And that was, being compared to SPY and a couple other, the VTI, other larger indices as well. But let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So multiple dividend calculators. I used all these. They seem to work fine. JEPI's, the interesting thing with JEPI, I'll jump in real quick, is their dividend history. So they pay out monthly, of course, and they haven't done special dividends in quite a while. I actually don't remember them ever doing one, but it is really inconsistent, which makes it hard. So this is kind of like an over the span of a year. It is not really going to work as a monthly type payment because sometimes they may pay 30 cents and sometimes they may pay 60 cents. It's hard to tell. So using trackyourdividends.com, we're using their dividend calculator. And so the interesting thing with this, it's a good dividend calculator. There's a lot of them out there for free. You guys should always check these out. They're really kind of fun to play around with. So I calculated out to being about $55,000 in starting principal. I did 0 monthly contributions and 0 share price because I don't want to focus on the share price. We could track the history of JEPI and see how the share price has performed. But for this, I didn't want to get too complicated. And 0 dividend growth rate because JEPI, it's all over the place. And I don't want to count on growth with the dividend. And it's not reinvested. There's no drip on this. So this is just one bulk sum you've put down at the beginning of the year to pay for something like my car payment that ends up being about $6,000 a year. And yeah, we put that 11% yield in there, and that total came to about $6,050 a year with that $55,000 starting principal. This is pretty phenomenal. When you look at a lot of other stocks like Coca-Cola, Pfizer, you have to start out with $500,000. Sometimes those lower yielding ones, $1 million to get a payment that kind of actually would take a good chunk out of your bills or cover your car or cover your mortgage eventually even. This video was kind of inspired by a guy who talked about how JEPI was now paying for his mortgage, and his mortgage was $2,400. So absolutely insane for him. Congrats to him. I forget who it was. It was on Instagram or something like that. But I thought this was really cool. So we calculate this out to $55,000. JEPI's current share price is $56.33. So I actually threw this into the calculator and divided that by the current share price. Gets you about 970, we'll round up, 77 shares of JEPI. Currently, I don't even know how much JEPI I own. I own like 10 shares or something like that. So I need to start increasing this, and I will be doing that. I think this is actually great. I'm going to be doing, of course, more on this kind of series. So tell me what stocks you guys want me to do, what you're interested in seeing. I could do some like Zim with the insane dividend that they had last year, but of course, that's not going to be sustainable. So these are going to be probably a shorter video series because it doesn't take me long to explain it. Maybe I'll do the calculations with you guys next time if you guys want to learn how to do it yourself, because that can be, it's a little bit tricky. I double checked myself so many times because I don't want to be wrong, and who knows, maybe I am still wrong on some things, but let me know if you guys see any errors in my calculations and whatnot. But this one's pretty simple math because it's a near 10% dividend yield, and that you need $500, 6,000 total, so you can kind of calculate that out a little bit easier. But again, you know, if you guys found this video useful, if you want to see more of this playlist, let me know. Like and subscribe, please. You guys have been killing it with liking and subscribing. My last video got a bunch, and I'm going to keep putting out content for you guys. And I would love to build like a small community with YouTube. As always, go check me out on TikTok. TikTok's my biggest platform, and I do post on there multiple times a day. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.